And we are proud to be part of this great awakening of humanity. Your school systems will dissolve. You will begin to, in fact, all of your systems will dissolve. There were mistakes made in your future time that we have come back from the future to change and help you assist and correct. But to be more specific, in 2026, there will be shortages of essentials. We were invaded by a negative alien race who have been governing us ever since then and have created systems on Earth, such as government, such as money, such as the royal families, who I truly understand to be reptilian, many of them. I am Soma ARah. I am um, a Pleiadian channel and contactee since childhood. My journey has a very strong background in my childhood where I experienced many things that gave me a foundation. I was really being taught by the Pleiadians themselves um, in many different subjects. I didn't have a secondary normal school education, and they kept me out of it. I was taught at home, alone in my room, receiving transmissions and downloads, upgrades. I was reading books by Edgar Casey. I began to meditate at the age of 12 after an out-of-body experience with Jesus, which was more of a Kundalini awakening. So I had a very unusual childhood. Um, the spiritual wilderness is what I sometimes refer to it as. It was a very deep teaching and training of many different um, spiritual laws and esoteric knowledge and natural laws that govern our universe. And I have continued my connection to the Pleiadians and am now able to channel them and bring teachings both to my group, the Cosmic Starseed Academy, but also to interviews and also for people in private readings. I also have books available as well.
Yeah, thank you for your sharing. So I also want to have an experience with ETs, with aliens, but I have not yet. And I'm sure that most people who don't believe in ETs, that they have not had the experience. What do you think about humanity's reaction when the truth is revealed with evidence?
Well, I think that is a very important question. I think it's really an exceptional question. It's something that is very important. It's kind of at the heart of a lot of our issues. It's a very deep question, and there's a lot of information I could share about that, but it really goes back to who we are and where we're from. And we have been lied to on such a mass scale by our governments, and a lot of disclosure is coming out now. But our origins lay in the stars. We are the aliens, hybrids, inbreds. We have DNA, we have alien DNA. And for your audience listening that want more scientific proof than I'm saying, which I totally understand, I would highly recommend Greg Braden because he comes with the science. You know, there is a science mind with a lot of people where they need the science. So, but the main reason people are so skeptical is we've been lied to on such a mass scale about our origins, about evolution, and Darwin's theory of evolution, which I do not believe in at all. what I've been told is that at the downfall of Atlantis, or before the downfall of Atlantis, we were invaded by a negative alien reptilian race that changed our DNA. And Greg Braden does talk quite a bit about that. So we were invaded by a negative alien race who have been governing us ever since then, and have created systems on Earth, such as government, such as money, such as the royal families, who I truly understand to be reptilian, many of them. So we've been governed since the downfall of Atlantis by negative reptilian aliens, beings that are very dark, very corrupt, very evil, very satanic. And now our energies on Earth are, it's a parallel timeline to Atlantis. So we're not going back to a time of Atlantis, but rather we are evolving into a new, higher dimension than we actually had in Atlantis. I truly believe that there is a spiritual war between light and dark. And to get very specific, that light and that dark are alien beings who at a higher level were both created by God, or the great I am, or whatever you want to call the great consciousness, which I normally call God, because so many people call, that energy God, are familiar with it. And I would say that both are running the world at the moment and the planet. They are white hats. Some people call them white hats, who are very connected to positive ET energies and Pleiadians. And then there are dark hats, or negative alien beings. We have, there are bases on the moon, there are bases on the Mars, there are, the universe is teeming with life. It's teeming with life. Yes. So the tunnels beneath your planet, is it okay if I go into a channeling? Okay, thank you. So your tunnels beneath your planet are vast, are various, numerous, different in size, different in shape. And some of these areas were originally built to keep humanity safe during some of the galactic wars above your planet between various warring ET races, both good and bad. It was a place for you to seek safety. Thank you. It was a place for you to seek safety on your planet, where you were unseen, where you were safe, where you were away from, unseen by the ships and beings above your planet that were at war. And this was a very visible war on your planet, which there have been many within the universe, both in your 3D dimension and other dimensions. In your lifetime, you will see a collapse, an extinction of your governments. Your governments will cease to exist in your lifetime, as will an extinction of the royal families. These are two major shifts. There will be a downfall of the medical, corrupt pharmaceutical companies. All systems on your planet are crumbling. Your planet, your humanity, is being freed from being enslaved. And we are proud to be part of this great awakening of humanity. Your school systems will dissolve. You will begin to, in fact, all of your systems will dissolve, and you will begin to look for other ways to replace these old systems. You are moving into a higher dimension. Your bodies are changing physically. Your blood, your skin, your hair, your teeth, your DNA is changing and going back to its original blueprint. Your bodies are extremely different to what they were 10 years ago. They are more adaptable to self-healing. Many of the toxins and poisons that have been coming from your skies deliberately to harm you. Your governments do not have your best interests at heart, the vast majority of them. So there are many changes coming to your planet. It is a great awakening on your planet now, and you are privileged, honored, and chosen. You chose yourselves to be here at this time now. There were mistakes made in your future time that we have come back from the future to change and help you assist and correct. But to be more specific, in 2026, there will be shortages of essentials, which will allow you to, thank you, which will allow you to go back to Mother Nature. Every system that crumbles, you will be looking for alternatives to replace that. So one good example we can give now is that your pharmaceutical companies that create synthetic medicine with very negative side effects, you will be looking to replace that by going back to Mother Nature and natural remedies. The dandelion root, and dandelion is an exceptional natural remedy, plant, flower, healer for some of your more serious conditions on your planet. That is an example of a recreating of your granny's era, where you were making your own products such as butter and milk and cheese and bread. You did not have the need or the transport or the resources to go to the town or the city closest to you often to buy these things. And it was wise not to do so even. But now you have been moved into the big cities. You have deliberately become manipulated into relying on big supermarkets, big pharma, big anything, where things are in mass production. Anything that is massively produced is not of benefit to you, is not of benefit to your body. Anything that is mass produced is about profit. So it's time now to build new earth, to build new communities, smaller, grow your own food, collect your own water, make your own breads, your own cheeses, your own butters. All of the food products that you are consuming are inundated with chemicals, with toxins, with poisons. Many of you underestimate how far the negative agenda has gone on your planet. In many areas, there are children beneath your feet in tunnels that have been kidnapped and human trafficked. These are not somewhere else over there in a different country. These tunnels lay beneath your feet. We are here to assist humanity. Yes, I often give very different answers. Well, not very different answers, but when I'm channeling, I find the information just comes through very easily. But when it's just me, but yes, that's not even really relevant. But yes, there are jobs that, so I see positive and negative in AI. And I do use it myself to help me with my daily work. But there are jobs already that have been lost to AI. I do see it as being a positive for humanity, but I see it also being negative. So I can see how things will go too far with AI, and we need to be very cautious about that. I think humanity needs to remain in control of itself. And I see that AI can be of benefit. We can really create a lot of things very quickly with AI, but we need to be very cautious in our reason for using AI, because it is a neutral technology that is either used by the negative or the positive. So if we can remain in control as white hats and good people, it can be of great benefit to us. It's a very fine line, because in the wrong hands it can do great damage, but in good hands it can do, so much. We can very quickly advance. Humanity can very quickly advance with AI if it in the positive side, with the good people, with light workers. Imagine what we could do with AI and sound and technology and good people if we blended that. There have been some very dark premonitions that people have given about AI. Greg Brayton is one of them, and I highly recommend people look him up. I think there are some dark times ahead, but I know that we step into a higher timeline, and that love wins, and that we do get through these dark days as a collective, where we do break free from the negative agendas and the alien ET ownership and invasion of the earth, because that's really what it is. We do raise our consciousness, we do evolve, we do turn into a more advanced human beings. Physically, we're going into the crystalline human beings, which has already begun now. And so it is a great awakening. I'm so grateful to be here on this planet, and I have created a cosmic starseed academy for light workers to for free, to come and join, and to um, be part of the cosmic starseed academy as starseeds, to come and be part of the channelings that I do, be part of the teachings that the Pleiadians share on a weekly basis. And my website is somaarah.love, and you can find that on the Cosmic Starseed Academy page. And it's such a beautiful world that we're living in. This time we're in now, I can never find the words that are strong enough to say in the English language that with what they're trying to explain. This has never, ever happened before on Earth, not in the way it's happening now. Yes, we've had evolutionary periods on our planet before, and in the universe before, but this is different.